Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan, and hey, if you love Bethesda, the Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and even Starfield, and you're not subscribed yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? That's all I talk about here, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. After Bethesda's huge announcements last week confirming Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas Remastered, also about working with Obsidian on the next Fallout project, and on top of that, a small team is already working on Fallout 5, which will come after the Elder Scrolls 6, and announcements about Starfield, Fallout 76, and more, Xbox CEO Asha Sharma felt she needed to chime in today talking about the importance and success of these franchises and what the future of them will be. She said Todd Howard just shared plans for Fallout, the Elder Scrolls, and Starfield franchises. These worlds have earned a special place with hundreds of millions of people over many years. I'm looking forward to what's next, including the partnership with Obsidian on a new Fallout game and closer collaboration with ZeniMax Online Studios on the Elder Scrolls. This statement is actually huge because it gives some great clues about what the future may hold for Bethesda. First, she names Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Starfield as franchises. This is the first time she has included Starfield in this list, and she calls the game that was released in 2023 a franchise right along with Fallout and the Elder Scrolls. That is huge. Bethesda just announced last week that they are not done with Starfield, even announcing a new DLC based on the Starborn will be coming next year, 2027. I also find it very interesting and not a coincidence the order these franchises were put in. Fallout first, Elder Scrolls second, and Starfield third. I spoke in depth about this on this week's KingCast. Okay, the first thing they said in that Bethesda's future, in the close of the letter, they said they're building for the future of Fallout, the Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. And I thought it was very telling that they put it in that order. They put it Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. And that is exactly what is going to happen going forward. I hate to hear this, but it's really true for you Elder Scrolls fans or you Starfield fans. This is the way it is. Fallout is the priority with Microsoft and Asha. It really is, especially as long as the TV show is going on. You're going to see a lot of Fallout. A lot. There's more than just the remasters, the Obsidian, and Fallout 5 coming. There is a lot of Fallout that is in the works right now. Again, they're making a reality show. So Starfield's not dead. Nor do I believe, and I've said this too, y'all just put it down as a guarantee again, Starfield 2, the idea of a Starfield 2 is not dead either. However, go back to their priorities. Bethesda and Microsoft's priorities are Fallout, then the Elder Scrolls, then Starfield. So whatever we get from Starfield, and if we ever get a future Starfield, it's going to be after Fallout is taken care of, and after the Elder Scrolls is taken care of. So again, I thought that was very, very, very telling. Now, I talked about this all before Asha's statement. This was all based on Bethesda's letter from last week, talking about the road ahead, where they named these same franchises, and they put them in the exact same order. Fallout, the Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. Again, I don't believe that's a coincidence. It's good that they are committed to all three, but again, if you're an Elder Scrolls fan or a Starfield fan, you might feel a little gypped. But as far as Elder Scrolls goes, she did say at the end of that statement that she is looking forward to a closer collaboration with ZeniMax Online Studios on the Elder Scrolls. Now, there's a couple of things here. Number one, ZeniMax Online Studios is now under Todd Howard and Bethesda Game Studios because they lost all of their leadership, so they are going to be directly now supervised by Todd. He's going to be looking over the Elder Scrolls Online. but they are also going to be working hand in hand with Bethesda Game Studios on The Elder Scrolls 6. This means that Asha has given Todd a lot of help when it comes to getting The Elder Scrolls 6 finished up and out the door much, much faster. In fact, that's what I expect the employees of ZeniMax Online Studio to be doing right now. Not only the ones still employed, but several of the ones that were laid off have been brought in by Bethesda Game Studios. Now, some may be wondered why that Todd Howard and Bethesda and even Xbox is still committed to Starfield going forward. Well, listen to the last of Asha's statement and you might understand why. She said the achievements of these franchises are remarkable. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim has crossed 65 million units sold, becoming one of the 10 best-selling games of all time. Fallout 4 has also crossed 35 million units sold, joining the top 25, and Starfield will soon reach over 1 billion hours played. We all know that Starfield's sales numbers were not on par with Skyrim or even Fallout 4, and their player retention has not been very good either. But when it comes to Game Pass, where most people have played Starfield, the amount of hours played is insane, making it one of the very top current games in numbers of hours played. It also needs to be noted that this is the first in this franchise where Fallout and the Elder Scrolls had time to get established. Both of their first games were not near what Part 5 and Part 4 are. So that's probably another thing that Asha and Todd are examining, how Starfield can grow from today into the future. So whether everyone likes the game or not right now is really not the issue. The issue is building this franchise into the future where hopefully they will have 3 very lucrative franchises. So the future for Bethesda is set. That future is an emphasis right now anyway on Fallout. As Todd has said many times, they have multiple Fallout projects in the works. And he's not just talking about the remasters because those are not even under Bethesda Game Studios. Now we know they are working hand in hand with Obsidian on the next single-player Fallout game, and Fallout 5 is already under development. And again, there are more Fallout projects out there. They are going to start sticking Fallout on everything. And for us Elder Scrolls fans, at least we know we're getting the next single-player game from Bethesda Game Studios. And of course, we also know now that ZeniMax Online Studios is helping them get that game out to us much, much faster. I believe it is coming either next year or 2028, but we'll have to wait and see. So now that the future of Bethesda Game Studios is set, what do you think about that future? Is it going to be a rise back to greatness, or are they going to continue to slide down and become even worse? I would love to know what you think down in the comments. I thank you very much for getting your Bethesda news right here in the King's Corner. Be sure and like this video before you get out of here. And hey, if you want to, go ahead and hype it as well. And if you'd like to support me in this channel, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can join this channel, become a member of the King's Crew with some cool rewards, or you can become one of my dear Patreons. That link is down in the description. I am the KingFanMan. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.